Hi, I'm Pattu from freefincal. In this video, let's talk about what to do if your health insurance claim is rejected. So, typically, two things would happen. One is you go to the hospital and apply for a cashless claim. The insurer says that the cashless claim demand is rejected, but you can later on claim for reimbursement. Uh, in those cases, you don't need to worry too much. You can just pay for the hospitalization, and then most likely they will reimburse the claim as long as there is no issue. Second is you don't apply for cashless. You pay the hospital bills, and after you get discharged, you apply for the claim, and the claim gets rejected. So, whatever it is, when there is a claim rejection, that is when the demand for money, that is a reimbursement, is rejected, you should do the following. First is don't get emotional. People start jumping up and down saying, "Oh, these people are crooks. I paid this much money, and they are not, honoring claims." Then they'll go and post on Twitter. They will tag this fellow, that fellow. Then they'll go to social, personal finance forums and so on. Then people will say, "Go to consumer court, go to this court, take them to the ombudsman," and so on. So all these suggestions are well intended, but they're not going to be really useful to you. So I think the first thing you have to be doing is to calm down and read the rejection letter very clearly. What is the reason for the rejection? Most often, the reason for rejection is they will say this term or this kind of hospitalization, this condition is not covered in our policy terms and conditions, and therefore we reject it. Then they would say this is a pre-existing condition, and therefore this is during the waiting period, and there we reject it, and so on. Something of the other, but typically almost all claim rejections will boil down to XYZ condition in the terms and conditions of the policy is not met with, and therefore the claim is rejected. So the first thing we have to do is ask ourselves, um, is the insurer right? We should not ask ourselves if we are right. We always think we are right, but we are most often not. But is the insurer right in denying the claim? Look at the claim rejection letter and find out what is the actual terms and condition referred to in the policy. Go to the policy wordings and check and find out whether it is rational for the insurer to say that they won't pay the claim. It is possible that the insurer is right. If the insurer is right, the matter ends there, that you can't do anything about it. For example, I recently processed a claim for 3 lakh rupees for one of my relatives, and the money paid was only 2 lakhs. About close to 1 lakh was not paid because of room rent sublimit conditions on the ICU as well as the room. Therefore, nothing could be done. Everybody said, "Let's go, let's fight it out," and so on. No, nothing can be done. Those are the terms and conditions. That's it. You can't do anything. What's lost is lost. So you have to uh, clinically think about this and write down the points where the insurer is wrong. If at all they are wrong, then that is your central fighting point. You have to write that down clearly. Then the next step is to um, apply to the grievance cell. Usually, all insurers will have a grievance cell on their own. You will have to apply to them saying that these particulars, my claim was rejected. Yeah, the insurer is wrong because of these reasons, and therefore I think my claim should be paid. And you can also add a line saying, if you do not honor my claim, I will be forced to go to the insurance ombudsman. So please don't unnecessarily waste time calling the toll free number the insurance has, and so on. Those people really won't know anything. They'll just parrot whatever is said in the claim document, so they're not going to be of any help. So don't waste any time. Look for the grievance. If they don't have a grievance cell as it is, you can straight away write back to the claims department saying this conditions are wrong, therefore I my demand has to be paid, otherwise I'll be forced to go to the ombudsman. Wait for the reasoning letter. They If they are intelligent, they will say something slightly more something in more detail, so that they will uh, support their own stand. But if they parrot the same thing, then it's not going to be good for their own case. So once this happens, all this will take time. It will take a few weeks. So you have to be very patient. You can't, nobody's going to give you money immediately. Uh, then once they have confirmed that they are not going to reconsider, whether the claim department or the grievance cell, they are not going to reconsider, and that the claim is rejected, or they can partially prepay the claim, then you will have to say again, saying that you only partially paid, I want it fully paid, etc., etc. But you must have proper reasoning. For that, you have to sit and do the research and read the terms and conditions. Once that is all done, and if you are still not satisfied, then you will have to apply to the insurance ombudsman. I will leave an article below of a recent case, where the person has gone to the ombudsman, and they pointed out that the whole process is online and so on. So once you go to the insurance ombudsman, there will be a hearing, and then you will be asked to appear on the hearing, and the insurance guys will also appear, and then the ombudsman would take a call. But you must again, the most important thing is you must think about it logically, and you must be able to convince somebody else that the claim has to be paid, because your hospitalization does not contravene any of the conditions of the policy. If you are able to convince somebody else, let's say your friends or your well-wishers, whoever, then only you will be able to convince somebody else. So finally, the insurance ombudsman would take a call, and they would, and that would be that. Of course, you can go on top of that. If you're still not convinced, you can go to court and so on. But yeah, you have to. I don't think it will come to that. I mean, any law. I mean, the insurance ombudsman should be able to handle it in almost all cases. So the key point is to be calm. Don't let emotions get over you, because once you become emotional, you will not think straight. You have to think this very clearly, and then only you will be able to fight your case. Take care. Bye bye.